Hello, everyone. Goran here from CSI Magazine. I'm here at NAB 2025 in Vegas, and I'm here with Brad Wall, who's the CTO of LTN. Brad, hello.
Hey, how are you, Goran? Good to see you.
Thank you. Yeah. LTN are an IP distribution company. And yesterday, Brad, I was in an event at a show, and one of the senior executives from Paramount said, and I quote, "We are aggressively offloading from satellite to the open internet." And they gave some figures. And I was wondering, you guys help companies do that. What's kind of driving that shift? What are the benefits that media companies are adopting?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on in this space, and we talked about satellite to IP distribution for many years. This is really the core of what LTN does and helps broadcasters and partners do. We have a new regulatory environment going on right now in the U.S. that is putting a little bit more strain on the C-band spectrum, and we saw this many years ago with the auction that went out. That's coming back, and it looks like even potentially more C-band spectrum is gonna potentially maybe be taken away. So those broadcasters that were looking at IP distribution and maybe a new way to move their networks are now it's really starting to accelerate. With some of this new regulatory concerns that are happening, it's really making a big difference. It's great. We have a lot of experience doing this, and we've got a lot, thousands of full-time channels on our IP distribution network that we do both contribution and distribution for. We announced actually a partnership and just this last week with Tennis Channel. So we are now handling all of Tennis Channel's distribution out to their MVPD partners. They've made the leap off of satellite and onto the IP core network that was LTN has built, purpose built for video, the only IP network in the world that was built from the ground up in that regard. And Sinclair, the owner of Tennis Channel, has been a great partner of LTN for really for over a decade. And this move for them, we were the right fit. We were the right partner, and so we were really proud of that. And I think we're going to just continue to see more and more move away from satellite to IP using the LTN core network. The second thing, not just the C-band spectrum, but the second thing that we're seeing happen is when you go IP and you've come off of a legacy satellite infrastructure, it opens up lots and lots of other possibilities of what you can do with that content. Whether you're going to provide versions of that content for a digital taker, whether there's different payloads that you may want to be, the networks may want to be able to provide as far as SCUDdy triggers and be able to monetize the networks in new and different ways. Things that were really very difficult to do over satellite, or impossible, quite frankly, become much easier when you're an IP, especially when you've jumped on the LTN core network.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you mentioned MVPDs, and it was kind of mentioned that MVPDs themselves are becoming more comfortable with the idea of IP and that kind of distribution. But obviously, that move involves challenges and complexities. How do you guys help the media companies kind of overcome those, and what do you bring to the?
Well, yeah, we first off, our project management team is second to none, and we know that this transition for networks. It comes with some fear, some trepidation. There's work that needs to happen. And so we're experts at it. We've been doing it for over a decade. And in our project management team, everything we've got from a support operations perspective, 24/7 knock. We don't just say we have an 800 number that you can call when you have issues, but we carry both ends, both the network and the broadcaster and the MVPD through the process. And what a lot of our broadcast partners feel like could take years, we help them do in weeks, if not months at the long end. So that's one of the differentiators for us, that we know how to do this, and we've been doing it a lot.
And I mean, you mentioned the Tennis Channel, so obviously sports brings its own kind of challenges and opportunities.
Yeah,
it's a huge area, obviously, the show and for the industry. How do you kind of specifically see that? And maybe if you could give us a little bit more info about your relationship with the Tennis Channel as well, just some details.
Yeah, I mean, Tennis Channel is it is the U.S. home for tennis viewers, and thousands of live tennis matches every year on those networks. And so we're looking forward to working with them to what does the new IP distribution provide for content or for live events? I think I've said this before. I think I may have actually said this with you. There's never been a better time to be a sports fan because of the amount of content that's being produced. And, we are specialists at being able to localize and version live sports events out to digital takers and digital markets. It's something we're really proud of. We have a lot of innovation in this space. And as the appointment viewing of live sports continues to be more and more important for the sports fans out there, the digital takers, and we call them the digital platforms. If we look at what's happening in the rights business with those, more and more IP native events, IP native distribution, and versions of those events going out to digital takers is really a huge focus for us on our product roadmap and the things that we're working on with customers, because this is what the consumer wants, right?
These great things are heading. The other really big topic at the show and industry in general is fast.
Yep.
And what does LTN kind of bring to the table there? And is there anything kind of specific where you see yourselves kind of playing in that space?
Yeah, we love the fast market. We know that this, especially from a monetization perspective, fast is growing significantly. Its legs are now under it, if you will, and it is something that we are very, very passionate about. Our product suite and what we do inside of our core network to support fast is not just in the acquisition and the distribution of those channels, but also the versioning of those channels with our scheduled product inside of the core network at LTN. We have a very, very large U.S. network that we support all of their fast channel initiatives. And for us, live, live is what we do. We are at our core a live company. And so what's great about our solutions in fast is that we support live in ways that really no other platform can. And we think that's really our differentiator there, especially for networks or for channels that are already on the IP core network that we've built, to be able to support a version of that channel or spin up alt versions, be able to go back and forth between live and non-live content seamlessly. That's what the core of what we do is. A lot of times when you think of fast, that live integration component is more emerging now. It's coming up now, and that's what sets us apart from some of the competitors in the space there.
Okay, so good. And just like one final question, as a CTO, can maybe taking a broader view, is there anything that kind of excites you going forward, or you can kind of pinpoint, you go, okay, there's something interesting coming up, whether it's AI or, I don't know, something else that you have your eyes on?
Yeah, one of the things I will tell you that we're really, really focused on a product roadmap perspective, and it was reflective in some of the press releases that we've done in the past couple of weeks, is, we are really, really focusing on being open. A lot of tech and engineers use the word interoperability, but the SVG Chairman's Forum a couple of days ago, yesterday at Devoncroft, there's a theme emerging where this concept of openness and the concept of vendors working together, supporting each other to help create solutions that are difficult to do just one off here and one off there. We've announced partnerships with Lumen. We have announced partnerships with Harmonic this past couple of weeks. We believe when you use the LTN core network alongside Lumen, maybe from a live sports venue perspective, or from the B2C perspective, the platform that Harmonic has built in packaging and distribution of events for OTT, they're a great fit for us. When we come together with a Lumen or with Harmonic, it really is a 2 + 2 = 6. And so I think that theme is what I'm seeing, is more and more partnerships, more companies working together to solve this, the challenges that the industry is facing right now, and the massive change that it's undergoing.
I couldn't agree more. Partnerships, good thing. Industry working together, good.
Yeah.
Brad, thanks very much for your time.
Absolutely, Gordon.
Speak to you, and thank you everyone for watching. Until next time.